What's good, everybody? The voice of the WGC back in the building. I think it's time to have another talk. I've been trying to stay in that 5 to 15-minute range, but man, I think it's time to have a talk. For those of you who have been subscribed to Unsanctioned TV, you know what I mean when we say it's time to have a talk. So, with that being said, grab your popcorn, get your snacks, get you whatever beverage you please. Buckle up, because it's about to get real. And before this video starts, if you're a 2K fanboy, if you consider yourself a 2K shield, I advise you to log out of YouTube right now, because you're not going to like what's about to be said. But at the end of the day, it's the truth. But let's get into this. So, it's been pretty quiet in the world of WWE 2K23 outside of the modders handling business. It's been quiet. So then, out of nowhere, 2K drops this on us. Bad Bunny Edition. Another version of their game that came out in March. But in this version, you get a badass Bad Bunny cover and you get some Backlash 2023 content. Everybody's wondering, okay, cool. How much does it cost? Nani? um, you're joking, right? You're trolling, right? You gotta be fucking with us, right? 140? Oh, wait. It might be worth it. It might be worth it. Let's see what you get. Let's see what you get. So you get one playable character, which is Backlash Bad Bunny 2023. You get one Bad Bunny Evo MyFaction card. You get the Puerto Rico themed LWO shirt. And you get 5 creative superstar parts. One is a duplicate if you own the OG Bad Bunny pack. So basically, you get 4 parts. And last but not least, you get the Bad Bunny themed MyFaction team customizations. So you don't get the Backlash 2023 arena, and you don't get the theme song, I see. And you're telling me that's worth $140? That's worth $80 more than your discounted Icon Edition? But wait. If I bought this, doesn't that mean that I get the Bad Bunny Backlash content anyways? Uh, nah. Sorry to break it to you, but guess what? If you went out of your way and you spent $120 on the most expensive 2K edition, guess what? 2K lied to you and snaked you once again. They went behind your back, and you're not getting that content. You're gonna have to either buy the Bad Bunny edition or you're gonna have to buy the DLC. You would think that if you bought the most expensive edition, you would get all the content for the full game cycle, right? You would think that, right? But I guess not. And it's mighty funny because you basically lied to us and snaked us once again, 2K. Because if you don't recall, this is what you said at the beginning of the cycle when you were trying to market the game heavily. Content creators everywhere, all over the world, they were asking, they were curious, they were like, including me, are models still going to be locked behind MyFaction? You kind of shrug your shoulders, you kind of gave us a little, it's like you didn't want to tell us, but you indeed told us, yes, they will be. So we asked why? Why? This was your response. Oh, well, we simply just don't have the resources. We don't have a big enough team. Oh, well, we have 2 different teams working on MyFaction and working on that. So you lied to us. Because you just said that it was impossible to accomplish this. You just said that you did not. You just said that you were not able to take models out of MyFaction and put them anywhere while the game cycle is still going on. You said it was impossible. I knew you were bullshitting from the start. I knew you were full of shit. And that's what I've been trying to tell y'all. It's not a matter if 2K can do it or not, because I'm not gonna sit here and say it's easy. Game development, programming, coding, whatever you want to call it, all that shit is not easy. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. It's nowhere near impossible. I know you were full of shit from the start. Fast forward from March to October, you drop a fully playable Bad Bunny Backlash 2023 on us. So you lied to us, 2K. You lied to us. Now here's where it gets even more funnier. You remember that Scott Steiner that everybody asked for the first season pass? The Steiner Road DLC that released on April 19th. You remember that, y'all? Guess what? He's actually going to be in 2K23. But wait. Did you miss the logo? Guess where he's going to be exclusive to? MyFaction. Of course. Tell him, Marty, this is the Scott that we wanted in the actual game. Here comes a symbol. I'll pay you $5 for this. I'll pay you $5 to play this model outside of MyFaction. Take my money, 2K. So you mean to tell me you can release a fully playable Bad Bunny, but you can't release a Scott Steiner? I'm telling you, they do this intentionally. They do this intentionally. And if you want proof, I'll show you right now. Because Status has been doing this for years, bro. He's been providing the sauce for the community for years, man. He's been helping us out. Status is a main reason why your universe mode is still going strong. While you're still having fun. It's not 2K. So don't sit here with that, oh, the power of 2K, the power of 2K, oh my. It's not them. 2K is not going out of their way to update hair. 2K is not going out of their way to update tattoos. 2K is not going out of their way to update these attires. And they're snappy with it too. Status and them are snappy with it too. They do it quick. So don't give 2K all this credit. Make sure that you thank these modders, okay? Because without them, I'm telling you, it would be dark out here in these 2K streets. It would. So people are going out of their way and putting their attention on Status, trying to blame him for this. Check this out. This is ridiculous. He probably can, but he doesn't want to for some reason. So you think that Status is capable of making these models, of uploading these models and making them not content damage? You think that it's his fault? If you think that, seek help. Because it's not his fault, it's 2K's fault. 2K does not care about these content creators. I'm telling you this right now. Because what they consider Status and the rest of these modders, what they consider them as, is they think they're robbing them, taking money out of their corporation's pocket. That's what they think they're doing. Guess what just happened to Status? He just caught a 14-day online ban. You're talking about somebody that's a huge reason why your game is even still alive right now. If there's no Status, if there's no Joe Mashups or anybody to consistently upload content to community creations to put into your universe mode, most people would not be playing 2K. So you're banning somebody that's a pivotal piece to the community. A sole reason why your game is still afloat. You're banning him for 14 days, 2 weeks. And here's what's funny. Here's what's hilarious. Guess why they banned him? Guess why they banned him? He got banned because of, hey, listen up, inappropriate content. I haven't seen not one thing on CSU that Status has uploaded that could be considered inappropriate content. They're just playing favorites. They're just being petty. But you can go on CC right now And you could see ass, titties, and pussy everywhere, uncensored. What's happening to these logos? What's happening to these renders? Absolutely nothing. It's like somebody would literally just watch pornography, blink, took a screenshot and uploaded it to CC. But what's happening to that? Nothing. But you want to ban status. I'm telling y'all, 2K does not want them doing this. They don't. They're greedy. They're scummy. And 2K, I would like to know. Let me go ahead and refresh your memory a bit, WGC. You remember May of 2023 when there were rumors that we were going to get free DLC year round? Remember that? What happened to that? Who did we get? We got Mia Yim, and I think we got Candice LeRae. Did we? What happened to that, 2K? You had the opportunity to give us free DLC throughout the 2K23 cycle. What happened to that? What happened to that? Lie after lie after lie after lie. What happened to that, 2K? Y'all don't be paying attention, bro. Y'all want to classify 2K as a saint, think that they can never do any wrong. Y'all don't be paying attention. What happened to this, 2K? The free DLC. Hmm? I mean, this would have been great because if you go back, the DLC pack stopped on August 16th. What better way to keep the community going, to keep the community thriving and happy than releasing some free DLC? Even if it's not brand new additions to the game and it's just updated models, even if it's just that. Because if you haven't been keeping up, Mia Yim is not Mia Yim anymore. She's Michin, so she's already outdated. Funny, isn't it? It's all about MyFaction. It's all about MyFaction. And the funny thing is, we tried to warn you about this. See, y'all spent so much time trying to white knight and shield for 2K that you forget who's trying to help you. You forget who's trying to work with you. You want to try to cancel out all the voices of the community, like Unsanctioned TV. You want to cancel us out. Oh, you're a 2K hater. Oh, you're an AEW Fight Forever hater. You want to cancel us out, right? When all we want is great wrestling games. We're with you. We're with you. We're trying to speak up for you, but you're trying to cancel us out. This is from our terminated channel. See, y'all think we're new. No, we're not new. Unsanctioned's been out here in these streets, man. February 1st, 2022. We tried to warn you about MyFaction when it first got introduced. We tried to warn you. We tried to warn you. Because if you don't know, I used to love Madden Ultimate Team. I know how addicting these game modes can be, man. I was a part of that. I played a lot of Madden Ultimate Team. That shit was my life at one point. I played that shit day and night, non-stop. But you want to sit here and act like I'm public enemy number one. I'm trying to put you on game and tell you from experience the dangers of MyFaction. Do y'all think sometimes? I'm just asking a quick question. Do y'all think sometimes? But anyways, February 1st, 2022, I tried to warn y'all. Again, February 24th, 2022, I tried to warn y'all. Last but not least, March 7th, 2022, tried to warn you. Unsanctioned TV tried to warn you about MyFaction on 3 separate occasions, but what did we get in return? We got some people who agree with us, but a lot of people, and I'm not going to forget that moment, bruh. I'm not going to forget that. There was a lot of people that were against us. A lot of people.
Oh, well, actually, it's not even online. Stop complaining. Oh, well, actually, it's just, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, this is great for WWE games. You're just hating.
Oh, really? Look what my boy Stan said. This is back in March 7th, 2022. Been telling everybody they don't want to listen. They want a game full of microtransactions in the future. Then that's on them. Just going to be annoying when the people defending this mode are going to be the same people complaining about it in the future. Boom. Same thing I said. We foreshadowed this shit. Y'all don't be listening, bro. Y'all don't be listening. Just because somebody doesn't agree with you doesn't mean they're a hater. And fast forward, here we are. The same individuals that spent consecutive hours, consecutive days, consecutive weeks trying to come at our head over and over and over again. Look at them now. Oh my god, I hate MyFaction. Oh my god, why is this in the game? Oh my god, take this out of 2K. Oh my god, you're ruining wrestling games. So you went from trying to paint us as public enemy number one, and now look at you. Look at you. And this does not go out to everybody. I'm not talking about everybody. I'm just talking specifically to those who disagree with us. Look at you now. And this is what I've been trying to tell you. This is what we've been trying to tell you. Unsanctioned TV is not anti AEW. We're not anti WWE 2K. But what we do over here is when we spot something fishy, when we spot something suspect, it's going to get talked about. We're going to call it out. It doesn't matter if it's AEW Fight Forever. It doesn't matter if it's WWE 2K. We're going to point it out. Because us at Unsanctioned TV, we love wrestling games. We're passionate about wrestling games. I told you time and time again, my first ever wrestling game was WCW Mayhem, and the rest was history. I've been in this shit for years, bro. I played plenty of games outside of that too. I've been on Ultimate Team for years. So when I try to tell you, oh man, I don't like the sound of this. Oh, it doesn't look too good, man. Oh, be careful with that. How are we public enemy number one for that? But you're learning now, ain't you? While MyFaction gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Because the thing that y'all don't get is they want MyFaction to be a juggernaut. They're not a juggernaut yet, but in due time, it will get there, probably. Madden Ultimate Team, that's a juggernaut. FIFA Ultimate Team, that's a juggernaut. NBA 2K My Team, that's a juggernaut. MyFaction, it's not a juggernaut yet, but ooh wee. Let them add an auction house. Let them add an auction house, and I'm telling you, it's going to get ugly if they ever do that. So while everybody's in a frenzy, while everybody's pissed off, as you can see, Phantom Cause at WWE Games at Cornell Gunther, I'll never forgive you guys for locking this behind a paywall. He's talking about the Scott Steiner. So Cornell responds, "What ways can we be better?" And if you don't know who Cornell is, he's an influencer, he's a content creator, he's affiliated with 2K. You can go and catch him on the 2K Showdown. He asks, "What ways can we be better?" I mean, come on, Brody. It's the community. You're part of the community, my guy. You know what needs to be better. Like, this is a rhetorical question. You know what needs to be better. You know what ways you can do better. The simple way to solve this MyFaction thing is do what you did with Bad Bunny, but in my opinion, I would have different options. Give one option, the 9.99 or the 10.99 option for the people who want everything, all the MyFaction stuff, and then have another option if you just want the superstar itself. If all you want is a superstar, just make it 3.99, 4.99. Simple as that. I'm sure the community would be happy paying 4.99 for a Scott Steiner. I'm sure they don't have a problem with that. Or this is my best way. Although I hate MyFaction with a passion, I despise that game mode. If you told me that all I needed to do was play my faction and unlock the card, get a card, and I can use that specific model anywhere in the game, I would play it. I would play it. If you mean to tell me all I had to do was play my faction and I could get 2003 Randy Orton, I could get the ECW version of Bobby Lashley, I could get a retro Triple H, I can get a D Generation X, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. I can get an Evolution Batista. If you mean to tell me all I had to do was play my faction and just have the card, just have access to the card, I would actually play it. But the fact that just all these models are locked behind my faction and there's no way to pull them out, and if you do, they're content damage. That's an issue. People are trying to come at status and be like, "Oh man, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault." It's not his fault. Look at this. Lily, Alexa Bliss Dark, Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, The Miz NBA All Stars. All of it is content damage. And if you don't know what content damage is, it's basically 2K is placing a label, they're placing a flag on specific models so that you cannot play it anywhere except my faction. And if you do try to do it, it might not be as crispy as it is in my faction because there's been plenty of times when I try to download something from What's the Status and it may be considered content damage. I try to load up into a match online and all of a sudden, and this is how I knew that it was 2K's doing. I tried to download the creation from status. I try to play online with it, and it's just loading and loading and loading and loading and loading. And sometimes it'll dashboard me. But the minute I choose somebody else, it works perfectly fine. Ain't that something? They're intentionally doing this. Intentionally because they want you to shift all your focus to my faction. I just find it hilarious, bro. I find it hilarious. I really do. So this is '03 Randy Orton. As you can see, it has the My Faction tag. Let's continue. He finds Randy Orton for his hashtag, and look, download failed. The content is damaged. They do this intentionally. They do this. They ban the content creators. They're trying to prevent these content creators from giving you content. When these content creators are the sole reason why your game is even afloat right now. What's the most played game mode on WWE 2K? WWE games period. What's the most played game mode? Universe mode. And this goes back years and years and years. The main reason why a lot of people even purchase WWE games is because of Universe Mode. It's not because of Career Mode. It's not because of Showcase. It's because of Universe Mode. And as an online player, I'll admit that Universe Mode is the most popular game mode. So if you take away all these content creators and you try to ban them, you try to blacklist them, what do you have left? What do you have left for Universe Mode? I'm just saying. You want to get mad at status, you want to get mad at Joe Mashups, you want to get mad at all these content creators. No, no, no. You got to shift your focus and get mad at 2K. Like, come on now, Cornell. You know what needs to be better. That's a rhetorical question. What I suggest, although it's never going to happen, I'm not getting my hopes up. What I suggest is I think that they should set something up, and I've been pitching this for ages. I think they should set something up to where they get all of the content creators from specific game modes and they put us all in one chat room, whether it's a Twitter space, whether it's Discord, whatever. Just put us all in one chat room and let our minds run wild. Let us give you ideas after ideas after idea after idea. And I want the whole 2K team in there, listening, jotting notes down. I want them all in there. Get us all in there. Get the best content creators from Universe Mode. Get the best online content creators, people who play online. Universe Mode, regular online, exhibition, those who know the ins and outs of the gameplay, career mode. Like just get everybody. Group us all up. Cause me personally, I'm an online player. And online has been terrible in 2K games for years. I can give you numerous ways to make online better. And it first starts with these servers. These servers have been janky since day one, and they have yet to be fixed. You can't even do a simple thing like do an Irish whip. You're scared to death to do an Irish whip. You're like, oh man, hey, be careful. Hey, be careful. Hey, let's wait a minute. Let's wait a minute. Hey, if you Irish whip, you might disconnect the match. Do you know how sad that is? Do you know how sad that is? A basic wrestling fundamental, the Irish whip. You can't even do that in WWE 2K because the match will crash. The servers are terrible. There's so many things wrong with this game. So many. Group us up and let us talk. And that's the problem. Because although Cornell may be going out of his way and he may be asking what's wrong and how can I help, so on and so forth. Although Brian Williams is doing these interviews, they don't get the final decision. They don't get the final say. And I really do appreciate B Will because he's been going on multiple channels and doing interviews and answering questions. He has. It's like they're trying to use him as a scapegoat or something. Oh, the community, the WGC is getting mad. Hey, B Will, go out there. It's like they're trying to use my guy as a scapegoat or something. B Will is resp- B Will is responsible for some of the best wrestling games. He's been on the team since SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. He's been putting in that work, man. B Will is the truth. I'll always have major respect for B Will. But like I said, he doesn't get the final say. Cornell does not get the final say. So my question is, where's the guy at? Where's the guy? And you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Lionel Jinx. Where's Lionel Jinx at? Where's Lionel Jinx at? You got everybody else doing damage control. You got Stacks here. You got Cornell here. You got B Will here. You got everybody else doing damage control. Well, you're probably somewhere in Cancun sipping on margaritas. Where are you at, Lionel Jinx? Where you at, Mr. Creative Director? Where are you at? We last heard of this dude like 7 or 8 months ago. Where you at, Lionel Jinx? Mr. Head Honcho, the one steering the ship. Where you at? I'm just asking a question. Everybody else has said something recently except you. And NBA 2K is not perfect either. But one thing I can say is at least Baluba is talking. At least Baluba, aka Mike Wang, at least he's talking. But things aren't pretty on the NBA 2K side either. I believe 2K came out in what, September? And that's already going batshit crazy. People are already saying the game is broken and the game is dead. People are already saying, "Oh, I'll be back in 3 months after I finish Spider-Man and play this game and play this game." People are already tired of 2K NBA 2K24 already. So what's going on with 2K? especially WWE 2K. Seriously. And where's Lionel Jinx? I'm just asking a question. Let's go ahead and look something up right quick. Come on now. I know I'm not tripping, bro. I know they had an account. Yep, right here. Right here. There used to be a 2K dev account, but even then, the account wasn't really, I mean, it was active, but it wasn't really as active as it should be. Like, we don't really have somebody we can talk to consistently, somebody answering all of our questions. Who can we talk to? That's one of the biggest problems. That's one of the biggest holes in 2K management. We don't have anybody we can talk to. When there's problems in WWE and NBA 2K, everybody goes to Mike Wang. Hey, Mike Wang, fix this. Hey, Mike Wang, I don't like this. Hey, Mike Wang, fix this. We don't have anybody we can talk to, bro. We don't have anybody we can talk to. Who do we have to look to? Who can we look to for 2K improvements? Who? Who? Lionel Jinx, where you at? Your community is burning down and you're just literally on the sideline watching it burn with a big grin on your face. Same thing you did with WWE 2K22. Talking about it hits different, it hits different, it hits different. You let that game die. Fast forward 2K23. Everybody's complaining about MyFaction. Everybody's complaining about Universe Mode, saying fix this, fix this. Everybody's complaining about the servers. Where are you? You're nowhere to be found. Who do we have? I'm just asking. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up soon, but I wanna get into WWE 2K24 because I'm really curious how they're gonna handle things. So if as you see right here, the Fiend Bray Wyatt, his slot has been removed. He was slated to be in WWE 2K23, but he was probably going to be a MyFaction exclusive. They removed him, so I don't think he's coming to WWE 2K23, and instead he'll be in WWE 2K24. But with that being said, how are you going to do this? How are you going to honor Bray Wyatt, aka Wyndham Rotunda? How are you going to honor him? How? Because the way you're handling things with WWE 2K23 with these shady business practices, I don't like I I don't like it. I don't like it. And I'm getting a fishy feeling that you're gonna do Bray Wyatt dirty with WWE 2K24. Like I said, I love Bray Wyatt to death. One of the most brilliant I can't even talk. One of the most brilliant minds to ever step foot into World Wrestling Entertainment. Bray Wyatt is goated. He'll always be one of my favorites, always. But just because we care about him, that doesn't mean that these billion-dollar corporations care about him. That doesn't mean that these video game companies care about them. Whether they're whether they're wrestlers, whether they're football players, basketball players, that doesn't mean that they care about them. How are you going to honor Bray Wyatt? I'm asking a valid question. Do you have something big planned? What are you gonna do? Because I just got a weird feeling they're about to do him dirty, and I'm asking this ahead of time because I have to know. If you look right here, they made a petition back on May 19th, 2023. Somebody wrote a full essay begging and pleading 2K to not put the Fiend in MyFaction and let him be playable as a free DLC. He's not wrong. This is how it should have been. Because wasn't Bray Wyatt already a paid DLC in 2K20 with what was it called? The Bump in the Night DLC? Wasn't the Fiend already a paid DLC? Doing that again for 2K24 would definitely be dirty. Unless you do it this way. If you said that we were getting every Bray Wyatt as a pre-order bonus for WWE 2K24, and you took a portion, and you took a portion of those pre-order funds and you gave it to Windham Rotunda's family, hey, sign me the fuck up. I'll be happy. But using him as a marketing device and all the money is going to you, I don't know about that, 2K. Or better yet, do the right thing and make him fully playable in 2K24 without DLC, without a pre-order bonus. I would like that too. But I don't know why. I got a weird suspicion. I got a weird feeling in my mind and in my gut that this is what they're gonna do. They might give us one Bray Wyatt as a pre-order bonus, and the rest might be included in MyFaction, or they're all gonna be in MyFaction. Because, like I said, I love Bray Wyatt to death, but I would feel really hurt. It would hurt my soul to go into 2K24 and have to rip open packs for a chance at getting Bray Wyatt. I don't want to do that. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to rip packs for Bray Wyatt. I don't want to use Bray Wyatt as a lottery ticket, okay? I don't want to do that. That'll be really fucked up and really disrespectful to the family of Windham Rotunda. I don't think you should do that, 2K. But I wouldn't put it past you to do it. I'm curious how they're going to do it. I really am. So, yeah. With that being said, be prepared for a lot more MyFaction content in WWE 2K24. A lot more. That's what this game is coming to. You might as well call it WWE MyFaction 24. Because that's all you're trying to revolve this game around. That's it. You ruin the gameplay. It feels more like a fighting game, like a boxing game. You bobbing and weaving and swaying. Doesn't even feel like a wrestling game anymore. Showcase is boring. You're doing the same objectives over and over and over again. The career mode is boring. When we should have a fun, compelling storyline like a season mode or a Road to WrestleMania. We're getting what? One match type every few years. Well, ooh, yippee, we got war games. I'm pretty sure the modders have been had war games in what was it, 2K19? It's new to us, but it's not new to them. But what's the next new match type? And how many more match types are we gonna get in 2K24? Hmm? Universe mode is still bare bones. Hairstyles, a lot of the poses, a lot of these things, a lot of these models, a lot of these things look the same, and they've been in it. You may, if you haven't played a wrestling game in a while, you may think that something is new. You may be like, "Oh wow, that's new. That looks cool." But a lot of the things you're seeing have been in the game since WWE 2K17 or 2K18. They recycle a lot of things. So, what are you gonna do for 2K24? How are you gonna really shake the community up? How are you going to get the WGC hype for 2K24? Because putting your full undivided attention into MyFaction, that isn't the way. But I wouldn't put it past you to do it. I could just see it coming from a mile away. So that brings me to this. I'm going to close out right here. There's this guy named KVG, or I'm guessing that means King Antonio. This is profile. Number one most baddest bunny. I believe this is the same guy who had all these quote unquote leaks for WWE 2K22 and WWE 2K23. These people come out of the woodwork every single year, not like they know everything, like they got the blueprint for the next game when they really don't. All they're doing is getting out a notepad and making these wild guesses of who's going to be in the game, and most of them aren't even wild guesses. They're pretty straightforward. Oh my God, Roman Reigns going to be in the game? No shit, Sherlock. Oh my God, Cena's going to be in the game? No shit, Sherlock. Oh my God, Randy Orton's going to be in the game? Oh my God, I got all my guesses right. No shit, Sherlock. Of course they're going to be in the game. But look at what he's saying. He's basically saying that WWE 2K24 is going to be wild. He's saying that most of the things that we've been waiting for all these years are going to be in the game. And look at his caption. Look at his caption. Look at his tweet. You have no clue. Hashtag WWE 2K24. Stay tuned. You hit the mark. Not all, but quite. Who's your source, buddy? How are you getting this information? Hmm? It's currently October. 2K doesn't come out till March 2024. How are you getting this information? What do you know that nobody else knows? You're full of shit, and everybody knows it. And I don't know why people do this. I don't know why you're coming back with this BS. I don't know why. So for those of y'all out there who think that you're getting the 2K24 inside scoop, you're not. Because fun fact, let me tell you what this dude said about 2K23. He said we were getting a Randy Orton or an Edge showcase. Guess what, buddy? You were wrong about that. He said we were getting a Bloodline edition for WWE 2K23. Guess what, buddy? You were wrong about that. He said we were getting a Fiend edition for WWE 2K23. Guess what, buddy? You were wrong about that too. We were talking about all the divas that are coming to WWE 2K23. Guess what? You were wrong about that. Trust all this information with a grain of salt, but my best advice is to not trust it at all. Because I don't want you guys to fall into this trap and then be looking stupid when our subscribers be like, you lied to me, bro. You lied to me. You gave me false information. Stop it. I'm telling you right now, do not fall into this, guys, and all those other 2K leakers. Don't fall into the hype, man. If it's not coming from 2K or somebody who's actually on the 2K team, like B Will, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Because you're going to get yourself caught up in some shit once March 2024 rolls around. People call you out on your bullshit. And that's what happened with this dude. He was wrong about a lot of things and he went ghost. And he comes back and guess what he says? Guess what he said? Guess what he said? Oh, well, they changed it up at the last minute. They didn't go along with the plans. They changed it up at the last minute and they scrapped it. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. They weren't even planning to do that in the first place. You know you just made all that shit up. And that's what I try to tell you. Please do not fall into the hype. Please, WGC. Especially if you're trying to grow your channel, this is not the way to do it. Do not fall into the hype. Please. Alright? Look at this. Breaking insider reports. Like, come on, bro. These people are hilarious. But with that being said, I hope you all are having a great, great day. I hope you all have had an amazing week in general. I wish nothing but the best for y'all. The lovers and the haters, subscribers and the lurkers. I wish nothing but the best for y'all. I love y'all, man. Once again, this is no hate. This is no sneak dissing. I'm just calling it like I see it. That's what we do over here at Unsanctioned TV. Unscripted, uncensored, full-fledged truth. It might not be what you want to hear, but at the end of the day, it's the truth. And with that being said, it's Unsanctioned TV, and we out here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and see you in the next one. Peace.